one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our stream. We are here. We are doing some more Candlekeep
We're here and
adventures.
we're queer.
Descend into the abyss of candles and books. Uh, I am not your host. I am just the dude who doesn't know how to stop talking.
Really? I never would have guessed.
And also the one who is currently moving around the cameras. But don't worry about that. We're all beautiful people here. Nonetheless, my name is Nick. I play Droomstick Harry Pelp, who has somehow gotten himself into trouble yet a fucking again. No surprise there. You know, whatever. I don't care. I'm honestly, I'm ready for it. But other than that, we have Kevin, who is
Well,
our
go to the
DM.
players first. Go back to me at the end.
Oh, I know, but we have Kevin, our DM, who is a great person, and we're just gonna go over to Jess because she's amazing.
Wow, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Holy shit.
It also applies the rest of us aren't as amazing as you are.
Wow.
Hey! My tongue is aggressively really blue right now. I just noticed that on my camera.
Something's first.
Yeah.
No!
No.
Hello, my name is Jess. I play Blaze, our Celestial Pact Tabaxi Warlock, who's apparently also a Celestial. Apparently Kevin says I should have seen this coming, but I did not see this coming at all, and neither did she.
I didn't say you should have. I said you could have. Huge difference.
There was no way I was going to see that one coming, ever. Well, what do you want? I'm not smart. Anyways, I'm going to pass it off to Oliver.
I'm Oliver. I play Warren Woodbrook, human inquisitive rogue. Man on a mission to get us back to Waterdeep so we can deal with a Manchun clone and hopefully bargain our way to getting Droomstick's soul back.
Please.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Warren has this long to-do list of things that never directly benefit him.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, getting rid of Manchun.
Oh, that would benefit a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad of an
Don't say
idea.
that
Anyway,
too loud. He might hear you.
Good.
Which one?
Yeah, he did. He told me to do it. In any case, that's me. So we will now pass it off to the final one, Rozzy.
Hello, I play V, which is what we're going to call her from now on, and she is a human wizard. I had to look. And I'm very sneaky, and yeah, I also have a bee, and she's amazing, and yeah, God.
That's probably not the best way to introduce me. It is not the best thing for my already inflated ego. I'm Kevin. I DM this game. I'm not in charge. I am not in control. I really just throw a couple of random curveballs at these guys and then find out which way they dodge. And their most recent dodging events had led them to Candlekeep, the great repository of knowledge, where they've researched many topics of interest to them. They've researched the goddess Shore. They've researched the nature of souls, Sigil, the Blood War.
Druidic shit, which is awesome.
Yep. Droomstick now has a plan to do once his soul is back, and he can then pledge it to someone less unfriendly than Asmodeus. It's not really kind of a pledge, but you need to have a soul to do that sort of thing. It's in the rules.
Well, that sucks.
Hey.
God damn it.
And then V had done some researching on the history of Candlekeep, and possibly found a back door. But that requires her to talk to or track down a enigmatic figure called the Headmaster, who's been teaching at a wizard academy deep inside Undermountain known as the Emrakul. Did I miss anything huge on your research topics?
No.
Did I find any breadstick recipes and or lasagna recipes?
Cookbooks were happening. Oh yeah. Warren was trying to find an athletics manual.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Would-
right.
you know, how to do stretches, calisthenics, like
You found 5 of them published by me.
nutritional
Yeah.
regimens, that kind of thing.
That sort of thing is most certainly within Candlekeep's collection, and they're willing to make a copy for you.
Well, that's nice
Uh,
of them.
Got to make it small though. Make it smaller than normal so I can fit it inside other books.
Did you get a copy of Eye of the Minotaur?
I need fake book sleeves for them.
Oh my god. Do you guys have a Scholastic
Yeah.
book fair?
you just put that book cover around it that says like boring guide to boring everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, if you spend an hour a day for the next week reading and performing the exercises described in there, you will gain proficiency in athletics as long as you have that book on your person.
Okay, I'll try to stick to my regimen.
Bro.
Warren's a gym guy now.
Bro, yes, bro. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
So,
great. Broomstick, old buddy.
so Lestara and Ophelia have wandered off somewhere. They may have mentioned something briefly about getting back to you in the future. We don't know. We're just going to let that one play out.
Let's leave them.
But you four are kind of doing your breakfast meeting at the tavern you've been frequenting. And where does that conversation begin and lead?
So, am I fucked, Warren? I need to know, just so I, when we leave here, I'm not gonna instantly be fucking stabbed.
I'm
I
feeling
mean-
more confident.
In what?
Oh,
my
you mean
death?
about the guy you pissed off? Yeah, you are
Yes.
fucked in that.
Okay, cruel.
You're not gonna get stabbed as soon as we walk outside. He's meeting us back home in Waterdeep. Our main goal is to get your soul back before he kills you. Then you'll be fine.
What the fuck? What? So I'm gonna die again?
Probably.
No, don't worry. Rodrigo will take care of it.
Ah, Rodrigo, yes, please kill him. I mean, no, don't do that. He's a lord. That might end badly.
I mean, maybe he really likes wine. I don't know. Do they drink wine in Thay? Or are they kind of not into that?
The ones who are alive do.
Oh, okay,
He looks
cool.
pretty alive. He might like wine. Maybe we can get him drunk and he'll forgive you.
He just needs a big old kiss.
No,
But yeah, that
won't
was
help.
the
That
was
won't-
the Thayan ambassador you're referring to, who you've had some not so pleasant dealings with, and
Oh yeah.
From
we
their
took
point
that
of view-
too.
from their point of view, it's possible to get to the conclusion that you got them thrown out of Candlekeep.
Oh no.
I mean, the way that I
No.
described it, I prevented them from being thrown out, so they had to leave before that could happen.
Yeah.
They do
So-
realize they can come back if they want to.
Can they?
They may be able to come back.
We'll
Depends
see.
on how many days they were here for.
Yeah, that's a problem we'll cross when we get back to back home.
I hate this.
Well,
Droomstick, next time you ask to take point on solving a problem, just remember this.
I will
No.
never do that ever again.
If you wanted to return to Waterdeep, your options would be to travel back down to Baldur's Gate and arrange transport on a ship going to Waterdeep. Probably a couple of weeks. The second option would be to take the direct road route north out of Candlekeep to Waterdeep. More direct, not much shorter from here.
I say we take the road, because we never know what we could find on
Yeah.
there. Maybe more villages, maybe more fun.
Yeah, and so say
Yeah,
I'd rather
maybe more
take.
assassins and bandits.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I'm
want to go
tough.
back on a boat.
Well,
Fuck
yeah,
the
we didn't
boat.
Where are
do
we
great with the
going?
boat
Can't we just
anyways.
teleport?
No.
Would
Wait, do you have a way of
can
teleporting?
you teleport Waterdeep from here?
I can teleport to Skullport if we get out of Candle Keep.
Oh, that's kind of in the
I can. You said
Waterdeep
I could
region.
teleport them and like them not know my
Mhm.
address, right?
I mean, Skullport is
Okay.
They would
technically
they would
our...
not know the address of the teleportation circle.
Exactly. So they can't come back unless I say so.
Well, Skullport is technically in the Waterdeep area.
Underwater deep, technically, I think.
And they
Yeah.
have like
It is
beds and
it is more specifically the third layer of Undermountain, or a large portion of it.
Oh, cool. That's where I fucking died. Yes, let's go.
It's
I
deeper
mean,
than when you died, so technically more dangerous.
Ah, cool. Let's just
okay.
fucking murder me again. Let's do it.
it's
Yeah,
perfectly
let's go back
safe
to
at my
Undermountain
house.
right now.
Is
Can
it
we?
safe at your house? I don't know.
Yes, there's nobody waiting. There's nobody there right now.
That's extremely specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very specific.
I just mean there's nobody at home, okay?
There's
I'm
nobody
a
hidden with a
lady,
dagger
okay?
right
My
behind where we're
boyfriend is
teleporting
dead.
in.
Oh, okay. Your boyfriend's dead. All right, cool.
Well, yeah, you saw him get killed a while ago.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
appearance.
I mean, that was a while ago, though. You know, I'm sure you've found a replacement boyfriend since then.
I mean, her
Anyway, moving on.
So yeah,
I
you do
mean-
have that option as well. You can teleport to Casa de V in Skullport.
Is there an easy way
Casa
to get
de-
up from Skullport to Waterdeep?
Yeah, I thought there was.
I mean, we can just leave the front door, I guess.
Didn't
You know a
Plus,
couple of
I'm
different ways.
from Waterdeep, so don't I know a way to get there?
Yeah, you know a couple of different ways to get from Waterdeep to Skullport, depending on which options are available at the moment.
just take a boat.
Cool.
Well,
Taking a boat is an option.
Now, quick
The-
question: Is what if Skullport is in Undermountain? Is there a sky?
No, there's a ceiling.
Ah, well, it must be lit then.
There are several light sources there.
Cool. I'm glad.
Some of them are insane flaming skulls that fly around the city,
Nice.
Do they talk?
like one does.
I want to know.
Sometimes.
Ah, heck yeah. All right, cool. I want to make some skull friends. Let's do this.
Let's do
okay,
it.
well,
I
the
mean,
yeah.
teleport sounds unpleasant, but it is faster, and it will get us hopefully back home faster than the ambassador, so we will have some time to work before he comes.
You know what? I bet it'll grow on you. You'll even end up getting a place of your own.
Shit, Warren. You know what we should have done? We should have tried learning Major Illusion to make it look like you already murdered me, and then hide me in the basement.
I mean,
So that he'll be like, oh, okay, and then leave, and we won't have to deal with them ever again.
Blades might be able to pull something like that off, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they'll buy it,
I just
but
had a great thought. You could polymorph a body to look like Broomstick.
Please, please.
I don't have polymorph.
where would we
Someone
get
does.
the body?
Uh,
Don't answer that.
okay. Well, you never know. We could come across some bad guys. But yeah, alright, let's go to Skullport and anxiously and anxiety-riddenly forget that I'm going to die.
Could just silent image you into a bed.
Oh,
So-
true.
I've done more than a few illusionary pillboxes in my time. So yeah, you collect your things, pack up your gear, and go through the checkout process at the front of the library. They do a kind of a fairly thorough search to see if you're taking any illicit books with you and things like that.
I wish.
Yeah, and none of you attempted to steal anything, so
Yeah.
that goes off without a flaw.
I'm already in trouble. I don't need to be in any more trouble than I already am.
Yeah.
So you leave the keep and start down the road away, and there's actually a stone marker, and you remember on your way in there was that static gap as you crossed over the barrier of the mythal surrounding Candlekeep. So you know instantly when you're outside that protected field, then teleportation is now possible.
Alright. Alakazoo, do-do-do-do, bippity-boppity-boo. Let's go.
So you arrange everybody in a circle, you cast your spell. I think that one takes a minute or two.
You're telling me
But
I don't have scrolls, but okay.
well, the scroll will take the
Okay.
same amount of time to cast.
Really?
Yeah, it takes
I thought
Yeah,
those
take
were
it-
instant.
not in this edition.
Ah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, but yeah, it takes a minute to cast the spell. No big deal. No one's trying to do anything to you. It just, you do your thing. So you layer on magic and stretch your arcane sense out to the properly coded circle inscribed in your home, and then pop. When you arrive there, everything is dark. Now, you can feel free to panic about that. I don't think V is, because you just know you haven't turned the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm probably not panicking because I can still see.
Same.
Oh yeah, dark vision. Dark vision.
Dark vision. The only one who
I'm
can't is
okay.
only one who can't is like Warren. And he's like, oh
I'm gonna
fuck.
pretend I can see. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I like that chair.
So is there electricity up in this bitch, or?
No, there's a bunch of like torches keyed to command words that you can turn on and off.
Okay, let's do the thing then. Please ignite.
So everything lights up. This room right here, you can see a rough circle in the floor, but when I say rough circle, it's obscured with some type of magic to make it difficult to read. Blaze, your aura sight picks up on this clearly, that the circle is there, but anything that would allow you to figure out what the symbols would be to it, its address, is hidden.
No.
Everything else here, though, is just covered in layer after layer after layer of protective magics.
Interesting.
You can like see several different layers of abjuration. You can see several different layers of enchantment and conjuration. It's pretty thoroughly protected.
Nice circle.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nice circle.
The rest of this room is plain and unadorned. But there is a pair of double doors, each of them about 5 foot wide, off to one side of this otherwise blank and empty room.
Yeah. Come on, we'll have Claudine bring us some food.
Claudine?
She came with the house.
Oh. Okay.
What?
So let's go.
It's your home. Do with it as you please.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I imagine it would go into a hallway with rooms or whatever, and I'll bring them into the beautiful living room, which has a gorgeous portrait of my beautiful bee, which is technically a wasp, actually.
That is terrifying.
Just add wings, and that's my. Yeah.
Why is it red?
Because it's a red velvet wasp. She's beautiful, isn't she? So basically, I have little portraits of her everywhere. One giant one on the main wall, illuminated with lights.
Okay.
Is she
Little
the queen bee?
statues. She is.
Problem.
Yeah, it's not creepy. It's fine.
She is Bae, okay?
Normal.
Where's your muscle milk?
I'll have Claudine bring some.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Appreciate.
I have random unseen servants that just came with the house. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. That's strange. But okay.
But very cool. You can't make them go away, and I don't know. They're handy. They'll tuck you in if you want.
I'm
They'll make
good.
you snug as a bug in a rug. Get it?
So
I'll
anyways,
applaud you and bring enough
Yeah,
milk into
anyways.
you.
Blaze,
Yeah.
can
Hi.
you give me a Arcana check?
I can. That is a thing I can do.
yeah.
Mhm. If I recall, though, you're not very good at
5.
it. 5.
Oh God.
To be fair, I have a +3, but I rolled a 2.
So, like, when you like scan over all this stuff with your aura sight, it is so complex and interwoven, you can't make sense out of what is what. It's not that you don't know anything, it's that this is extremely complicated.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
What it-
Previous owner was a bit of a genius,
yeah.
and then he died.
And how did you get it? Did you buy it or did you just move in?
I just moved in. We were friends. He doesn't have any other friends. Nobody knows about it, so it's mine now.
Uh-huh.
I didn't kill him.
Uh-huh.
He just got dead.
Uh-huh.
Muscle milk!
Yay, muscle milk.
So when you do the clapping, this tray floats in from whatever area passes through a kitchen or pantry with beverages on it. I don't know what's stocked in your fridge.
Probably normal shit. Wine. Water.
Other
More
wines.
wine. Shots. Poison. Don't drink that. Try.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, meals and breakfast are served. This place is fairly well decked out and well. I'm having a problem with description type words tonight.
Um,
But it's and even now
It's well furnished.
well furnished. Thank you, Oliver. You have my back.
Woo!
Where the rest of us were just gonna let you sit and sweat it out.
Yeah.
I was
Now-
trying to figure out where you were going.
Now, Roz, one other trick in here is the how to get down into Skullport from here. There's a touchpad teleporter that will do functionally a dimension door that takes you to a secluded back alley in Skullport.
That's cool. I was kind of hoping for a slide, but that's actually a little bit more elegant.
What the fuck?
Could you imagine trying to climb back up that slide?
Oh my god, that's funny.
No.
Yeah, there's a great level 1 spell called Grease that would make that even more fun.
Nick, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
That's
That
some
Nick
shit.
face in chat.
We
What?
don't need to see. Anyway, I'm not even gonna speak.
What the? I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Oh! Jess, you fucking asshole.
But you can't see your actual face, so that'll have to be a stand-in there.
Just
Stop! No!
that is a nice eggplant.
Rosie,
It's
fuck! No.
Yeah.
Stop. I feel like I'm
Alright.
being hate crimed right now.
You did it to yourself. Blame the victim.
What?
Alright, you good now?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Good lord,
Um,
Nick.
So, V, you're the one who's hosting here. How do you want to do this next? Because they're kind of under your control right now. They can't
Right.
leave unless you tell them how to leave.
Tell me all your secrets. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I'm just gonna sit
I'm
down,
kidding.
on the sofa and just kick out my legs and be like, "So, am I gonna sleep here then? Is that gonna be fine?"
Well, we just had breakfast, so I didn't realize you were that tired, but pick any room but the room at the very end of the hallway, I guess.
We
Really?
just
Why
Why
not
put
the
the
room at the
mat
very
in
end of the
here?
hall?
That's my bedroom.
Oh,
Oh.
then yeah, okay.
yeah. We're all like, oh, okay.
That's where me and Buzzy Bee sleep. She has her own house.
Okay. I'll take the second room.
Why are we going to sleep? It's the beginning of the day.
Yeah, like that's my question.
I was just trying to be obnoxious.
Oh,
I'm confused. I mean,
was
I'm
gonna say-
always up for a nap, but I don't see any really good sunny spots.
I figured the best way out of a
So-
house is to just
Yeah.
be a bad house.
There's absolutely no sunlight available at all.
Exactly. So I'm
everything
not
is
in a
off-
napping mood.
Everything is off of like these little glow light bulbs. So it's
Yeah.
just like it's that pure white LED light that's not quite natural.
It's no fun. In other words.
but it is
But-
fun.
It is. It really shows off the red in Buzzy Bee.
It does.
Okay, awkward.
She's magnificent.
So,
Can we
Have
go?
you felt her sting yet?
No.
No.
Can we go?
Yeah,
Can I leave?
I'm gonna leave.
I mean, I grabbed her right out of the air and I didn't get stung. I think it's fine.
I don't.
She likes you most of all.
So I'm gonna turn to Blaze and be like, can we fucking find a way out of here, please? Like,
Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's leave those two to do whatever the fuck they're doing.
they're gonna
And
go
let's
touch
go.
the bees. I'm good with not doing that.
So you look around, and you don't see any way out. There's doors to rooms, but there's no doors to out. There are no windows.
Now I've got you.
Are there
Just
any
kidding.
stairs?
There's no windows.
No windows at all.
Are there any stairs?
We're in the dirt, y'all. Like,
Why
why
the
would
fuck
there
is
be
your
windows?
floors dirt?
Wait,
Oh,
are your
every-
floors dirt?
No.
Everything is stone.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So I was
But
gonna
it's not
say
like
that sounds like a perfect time to plant a bean. I still have that bag of beans that I've
Oh my
never used.
What do they do?
It's a bag of magic fucking beans.
We'll figure that out when one of them gets planted.
True.
Dude, we need to just do that for funsies. Like, where's your house?
wanna-
Let's go plant them.
I mean, let's go outside, and I will plant a bean.
We're just gonna go deeper into the dirt, right? Where are we going right now?
Outside
know,
of
it's
your
your house.
Outside
house.
of your
Let
house.
us know.
Where the fuck dirt is, not in this chrome
yeah,
dome.
you can think of at least a dozen places inside Skullport that would qualify as dirt.
Alright.
Is
Let's
this
go
what
to
we're
one
gonna
of
do
those
here
and we're gonna
now?
go plant some beans.
Yes.
So you take him to the teleporter, and this is a fairly simple affair to get down. You just touch a stone and pop. You're then standing in this alley. It's fairly narrow, so like Droomstick's shoulders are almost brushing either side of this alley.
Oh yay!
Oh.
Above you is this cavern roof. There is like a single large globe of white light in the highest part of the cavern that kind of shines light straight down on everything else. But it flickers in and out every now and then, and it's kind of like fuzzy. So there's plenty of shadow. Off in the distance, you hear someone scream like they've been stabbed.
Oh yay! They probably have been.
Oh.
It's just
it's
a
all-
Saturday, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
At the end of this alley, there's a kind of a little bit of a turn. So the area you teleport into is hidden from the street. When you go out to the street, it's narrow. You may be able to get a full-size wagon down one direction, but nobody's really walking past it in the other direction if you're doing that. The air is like wet, foggy. There's some type of icky stink in the air. This it's just got that swampy, mucky smell to everything.
Yay.
Ew.
And then when you go and finally look down the street, like there's a pair of gnolls just walking down the street. Gnolls are broomstick sized, hyena faced madmen is one way to describe them.
Good.
But they're just walking down the street like they own the place. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh my god! I
22.
rolled a 1, so it's a 5.
Okay.
I rolled a 22.
I got a 29.
Oh, please.
Okay.
I'm too distracted by how bad it
19.
smells.
Yeah. You're concentrating on not touching anything because that smell is definitely coming from somewhere, and you don't want to risk it.
Can I use prestidigitation to make the air around me smell better?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that!
Um,
I don't have to smell it.
yeah, you can absolutely do that. Those of you who rolled well on that perception check. V, what did you get?
19.
So everybody that's not Blaze, you see one of the gnolls has this like piece of scrap metal dangling from his ear that has a familiar looking circle and with lines coming out of it logo on it. Warren, you absolutely know that that's a Xanathar guild tag.
Yeah, well, we knew they were going to be down here.
No.
We should avoid them.
Why?
They walk past like there's no big deal. Like, they didn't even see you. They didn't notice. They're just keeping on moving.
Good enough.
Why would we avoid them?
Because they're bad guys, and we don't want to get in a fight first time we step out of an alley in Skullport.
Oh,
Would
fair.
we really?
Maybe.
I mean, if we let Broomstick call the shots, we probably would.
Hey.
Warren, one other thing that you noticed on your extremely high perception check, there's a blast mark on a nearby wall that looks like a lightning bolt has skipped off of it.
Okay, well, Broomstick, you're leading the way.
What?
Just look like busy
Okay.
and you're fine. I mean,
Fine.
it's just
fine.
like prison. Don't look like a little bitch. I don't know.
What? How can I? I'm gonna flex. How can I
Just
ever look like
big
a
and
little
bad.
bitch? Okay, fine. I guess I'm leading the way. We'll do
Yeah,
it.
just look as threatening as possible.
No,
Do that.
that sounds like
do
a
that-
bad idea.
Do that yell you did
Right.
to.
I'm going to
scare
invent a
the-
new rule right now that's going to declare that Broomstick has a passive intimidation of 15.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. Please.
So you're used to like this walking through places and people getting out of your way. That's what passive intimidation does. People will get out of your way when you're walking down the street.
Oh hell yeah. I like that.
Now, V, where are you directing them to go?
I have no idea. They just wanted to be out of the house, so congrats.
Oh,
You're
no.
out of the house.
You wanted someplace to plant a bean.
Yeah.
Oh
might as
yeah.
well.
Let's go to a graveyard.
They buried dead here? I'm surprised by that.
You know a place where they actually do bury dead. Give me
This
one
is where
second.
Kevin
I have
kills
to
the entire
double check
party.
the name.
I really would have expected the corpses would just be like drug off and torn apart by who knows who.
I mean, sure, you can do it that way, but that's not entirely efficient.
Cato. She lick her feet.
Yeah.
Staring at.
So
One of these days, me is just going to end up with a character sheet.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
She's such a good player. You
All right.
stop looking at me.
So where are we
where's it
going?
at?
We're going to
Where's it
the. I thought for a second casino. No, we're going to the
Casino?
we're going to the graveyard.
You can think of a place that's a gambling den.
Let's not.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Yeah. Sounds
Really
like very
not on
wild,
the
wild
list?
west.
Guys, I can't be intimidating if we're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's gonna annoy me that I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. But yeah, you know a place that has plenty of dirt to grow a bean in.
Okay, let's go.
Now you're in the lowest tier. As you like, this cavern stretches off into the distance. You can see two other tiers above where you're right now. Each tier is maybe 30 or 40 feet above the previous one. You can like see stairs and ladders that go up from one level to the next. Off in the opposite direction, you can. That's the direction that has this like cool breeze coming in with that watery, fishy stink. And off in that direction, there's a lake. And one of the more unusual sights you've seen in the past several weeks is before you when you look off in that direction. There is a boat, full-size masted ship, that is being lifted by a crank and harness system on these massive chains up from the lake.
Ooh, shit. Let's ride it.
Okay.
Is that thing... It doesn't look sail-worthy. It looks damaged, but...
Does it look damaged?
No, it does not. The sails are down and wrapped up right now. It just looks like it's being lifted.
Oh, I almost impaled my
Ooh,
head.
I'm very intrigued in this ship. But we definitely need to plant that bean. That is more important than the
Planting
ship.
the bean, right.
Yes.
So V, you lead them down through these narrow streets. And you're passing all sorts of businesses and things like that. There's a bar not too far away called the Black Tankard. You're gonna want to avoid that place a little bit. You know it's a Xanathar Guild hangout bar.
Okay.
There's another place that's called the Feathered Rat. It's a pet store, but not a very good one. They do not sell bees of any type.
Do they sell rats with feathers?
You've never actually seen one, but there's they have this placard outside which has a feathered rat. It's got its like arms like outstretched with these feathers come on off of it, kind of like some sort of weird rat turkey kind of combination. It's like so hideous it's adorable again.
Huh. What kind of pets do they have? Let's window shop. Guys.
You look in the window, and the first thing that you see is a winged snake nailed to a board.
Okay, I'm done window shopping.
Winged
They don't
snakes
like
are
Zentarum there.
exactly. One of the other places you go past is there's no sign outside, so V would have to supply the name for you. But it's called the Skullport. It's the diviest of dive bars. They sell this like fish gruel soup. No one really knows what's in it, and everyone is equally sure they never want to know what's in it.
Y'all hungry?
No.
Nope.
No.
Me either.
Did I hear something about a winged snake? Like a
A
Yes.
dead
red one?
one.
There was a winged snake nailed to a board inside the
Oh,
the pet
nailed
shop.
to the board. Okay. I was gonna say, oh, that sounds cute.
It's dead.
So, down near the end of the street, off near one of the cavern walls, there's a different stink involved, that of rotting flesh.
Oh, yay.
And then there's a place here just called Dead Man's Corner. You can buy zombies here.
Oh.
That's what they sell.
We can come
You
back
know
with a
the owner.
souvenir for our new Thayan friend.
You've dealt with the owner on one occasion. You've probably never bought a zombie, but you looked into it. You're curious. And there's a hag that runs this shop. She goes by the name Olive Stillwater, which is a weird name for a hag because it's not extremely disgusting in any way, shape, or form. But there is plenty of soft, mucky dirt where she buries her zombies that then buries bodies that later get raised up as zombies. But it is the closest place you can think of where a bean could be deployed.
Well, let's deploy a bean.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a bad idea.
All right. Now, I'm sure everything will work out.
I'm gonna stand on the other side of the street like I'm not with them.
All right.
Oh my god, rude. But I'll join you because I don't want to die.
Let me just double check in here.
D100?
If you remove a bean and plant it in the dirt and water it, 1 minute later the effect happens.
Mm-hmm.
So let me roll it. I want to roll it because I want to keep the results hidden a little bit. Give me half a second to acquire dice. You and all right. Huh. Okay.
Oh no.
So you plant that bean and you water it and you step back. And you're like all looking in the same direction, but just waiting for something to happen. And you feel a rumble.
Oh no.
Oh no.
God.
Uh,
Fuck.
and this tremor just vibrates through the ground. And then a bit of the ground explodes upwards.
Oh.
Holy shit.
There's a hand there, but it's not like clawing its way out. It looks like it just punched its way through the soil.
Oh.
Is it a hand of glory?
And then just a half second after that, a few feet to the side, there's another hand that punches up.
Alright,
Both
we
these
got to
hands,
go.
both these hands put themselves on the ground and start to push up the rest of the body. So it's face down with all this dirt pouring off its neck and shoulders.
What is it?
Don't let it look at you. It'll think you're tomorrow.
That might be for the best, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that makes whatever
Yeah,
does
you
not
got
kill me, that's fine. Can always use another hand though.
Give me a perception check if you want to figure out what it is.
Oh fuck.
Dice, your only weakness.
7! What the fuck?
Can
It is
anyone
big.
else roll?
And strong. Did anyone else want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too stupid to know what this is, so I'm
I'm
What are we
trying
rolling?
to prevent
Perception.
pretend I'm not involved. I only got a 16 on this because I'm so far across the street.
13.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, Warren, what the fuck is that?
Did you
Um,
roll, Nick? Nick, roll.
When some of the dirt falls off, you can see there's a fur pattern on it. This gray, weird fur. Something is not right about it. It's not moving right.
Is it cute?
Oh, it's me.
Well, when you look at it more and determine what's not moving right, is there's no muscle moving underneath the surface. And the fur has no definition to it. It's more like the idea of fur. And then when it finally pulls up, what you see is a creature made of stone that is otherwise identical to Blaze. And it just looks straight at Blaze like, you idiotic piece of garbage! You have no idea what you're doing.
No, I don't.
True.
I
Oh.
don't
Yeah.
need myself telling me that.
You constantly mess with powers you have no idea how to control, and just wait for things to happen.
Fuck, wait.
Yeah.
Are there two
I'm
of them
like
now?
counting off on my fingers and just go, yeah.
And you're friends. Oh my God, you have the worst taste in friends.
I'll agree with
Once
that.
again, you both have
represent that.
We're all like, yep.
That's actually not true. I'm fine.
No, he's the worst. I point at Warren and go, yeah, no, he's the worst.
He is the worst. He doesn't stop any of you from doing anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're all like fucking roast session. I love
Somebody
it.
should kill you all. Anyone, somebody, killing right here needs to happen.
Hey,
Don't say
what if
that
you
too loud.
wait? What if you eat that thing?
It's stone.
Oh, it's stone. Oh, I thought it was organic material.
It is a life-size talking statue of Blaze that has nothing nice to say.
Wait, can we sell it? Oh my God, we can sell it. Let's get some money for this thing.
Who's gonna buy
I'm
it?
I am a statue of a worthless thing. You think you can sell me? It's like
Ah,
selling a copy of garbage.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
hold on. Can we put this in our fucking cafe, please?
No. No.
Would someone just destroy them and put me out of my misery?
Welcome
I
to
can
the
try to do misery
shithole.
if you
What
really want
do you want? Welcome to the shithole. It's
Jeez.
nice to see you again. What the fuck do you want off our menu?
So as this thing's screaming, there's a wood shack over at the side of this graveyard area, and like you see this rotten, torn up curtain just like slide over the side as someone like pulls it and looks out,
Hi.
and then falls back into place. And a moment later, the front door opens, and there's this like green, scaly skinned wreck of a human being, covered in filthy, mildewy rags. Yet another glorious smell assaults you on this one, and this she's gigantic. You know, her shoulders are wider than Drumstick, and her neck is wider than that.
Shit.
What's your secret?
Eating children.
Oh, okay. I can't do that.
What the hell are you doing here?
Nothing?
What?
V. This is the owner of the establishment, Olive Stillwater, the hag who sells zombies to the locals.
Not gonna lie,
What?
that sounds like a dope
What?
business.
This? What is this? And then the statue replies, "I'm trash.
You can have it.
I'm trash, modeled after trash."
Oh. Now you're making
Yeah.
me sad.
We're new in town. Viel apparently brought us here, so now
You have a
Here we
free
go.
What happened?
statue.
I don't know what happened. This just popped out of the ground.
Well-
Just plague, that's it.
Fucking do something about it.
What?
Your problem. You fix it.
Let's just put it in
Broomstick, you wanna
my
just-
basement or something.
Ah,
you
can
really
I-
want to keep
I
this?
mean, if you want it in your basement.
I mean, I don't, but I mean, maybe it'll be useful later.
Yeah, sure.
I
Go.
doubt
I'll
that.
carry it to the basement.
Okay, let's see if Drumstick can pick it up. Go ahead.
All right. So let me see if I can Google an answer.
Can a minotaur pick up a stone?
How heavy? How can I type today?
How can I type?
Is a 5-foot stone statue. Let's
Is
see
it
if
hollow at least?
it's stone. All right, let's see if Google can answer this question. No, we're not even going to try.
Just say how heavy is a 5-foot slab of stone?
There we go. Okay, so it's do. That is useless. Okay. Is Granite.
I don't get it. Nick.
Razi.
Yeah.
Get it.
What kind of stone is it?
It is a granite statue.
Well, if we're talking typical density, something that is about 5 feet tall,
Yeah,
3 feet wide, is
we're gonna say
about,
it weighs roughly 1,000 pounds.
oh, that's light.
Well,
For what I got like 5,000.
Oh fuck.
well, you're also kind of thin and wiry, at least in my my image of you. So we're gonna go with 1,000 pounds. I also know what Room 6 deadlift is.
I also have a 20 in strength, so.
I know. So your carry capacity is 30 times your strength.
So that would be about.
600.
Fuck. Well,
So this is nearly double your. Oh, sorry. I was thinking your deadlift capacity. So if you're just like gonna kind of lift this up off the ground, your max would be 600.
if I were to drag it.
Right. Yeah. But this is roughly twice that maximum capacity.
Can we roll it?
Oh my god.
Is it going
Can
to
it-
allow us to roll it? It's moving, isn't it? It's not.
No, it's like the only thing that's moving on it is it's like face and mouth.
Oh, okay.
So the rest of it's statuific.
Oh, then we could just put it in the ocean then. Like, let's just roll it to the ocean.
Let's
Like,
just grow another being.
No, please.
Mm-mm.
Plant second bean.
It comes out 2 screaming fucking statues.
I mean, we could just leave it here and leave.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, let's go.
So as you like walk away from it, the last thing you hearing it say is, "If anyone kills that tabaxi, I will thank you profusely and shut up."
Oh my god.
Well, that's rude.
So,
Until we meet again.
until we meet again.
Can I
And
just like turn around and shoot an Eldritch Blast at it?
Olive's just sitting there. So you're just gonna fucking leave it?
It's yours now. Sell it. Who doesn't want a insulting stone?
Everyone doesn't want that.
They're
Insulting
rare.
stuff. Just fire. You know what? If it makes you
So
feel
you-
better.
Plus, people
Yeah.
love cats.
You're gonna pop off some Eldritch Blast at it on the way out?
Yeah, I'm just
Is that
gonna
what I
like.
heard?
Yeah, I'm just gonna snipe it for no particular
Roll those
reason.
attacks.
Oh no. What if it hurts you?
Good.
Oh, that is a 15 to hit.
So you come up and fire off. Right as he says, "What if it hurts you?"
Eh.
And like everything goes to slow motion, and you watch your bolt just like going off, dead on line, just hit this stone unmoving statue square in the chest,
Oh no.
and your Eldritch Blast just kind of like explodes across the surface. Sparks go flying everywhere, and the statue remains like, "What? Did you fucking think that would work?
I hoped.
When did you
Oh.
learn the Warlock?"
A shoebox.
I didn't. And that's the
No!
problem.
A church.
A church. Oh god.
That was good. I needed that.
Let's
Well,
never
that's gonna
plant
be there
any of
forever.
those beans ever again, please.
No, I want to plant all of them now.
Oh god.
So as you walk away from that, it's just going to keep yelling, and most of it's just asking for people to come and find and kill you.
Fuck.
The only way it can end its misery of existence is to know that you are dead. And as you go walking away from it, you spot a trio walking your direction. One of them is a big burly humanoid with like this human with leather strappy armor on him, and this weapon on his side. It just kind of looks like somebody took like a 3-inch steel spike, like a 3-inch thick steel spike, and then put 2 handles on it.
God,
Oh.
stop.
Like if you ever seen like a SWAT team bust a door down, imagine that, but with a spike on the end.
Look mean.
The other guy is just like he's got. You don't know what kind of like oil and grease are in this guy's hair, but it is like slicked back, and when it like any piece of it falls out, he's just like immediately like licks his hand and slicks it back even more.
That's nasty.
And then the third guy in this group, he's wearing wizard robes of some type, but they are just like blasted and singed in every direction. Half his hair is just flat burned off, and he's got a look in his eye that just there's something there that's a little bit unhinged. And like
drumstick to the front.
you stop there and like you lock eyes for half a second, and then the statues just like screaming in, yeah, them, kill them, yeah, do it, please.
I just start laughing.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Yeah, same. Just
The blasted
go
wizard just kind of looks at the other two and shrugs his shoulders and starts casting a spell.
Oh,
fuck
me.
you. I'm gonna.
Some initiative rolls would be called for here.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Blaze, I fucking hate your statue.
19.
19. Wait,
we
did
both
we
fucking get a 19?
Yes. We were both
Alright.
ready. We were both like, we're walking, and now we're like, oh fuck, time to fight.
15.
I got a 20.
Fuck you.
I have advantage on them, so.
Ugh, so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High initiative is not annoying. Like I actually think like it's a cool bonus to have if it doesn't cost you anything. But when people spend a feat on improved initiative, it's a head scratcher. I don't understand.
My problem with it is that I don't usually want to be the first one to throw the punch, but I usually win the initiative roll.
Also true.
So I'm
But
kind of
I
like,
got Blaze and Broomstick both on 19.
Yeah,
Yep.
Which of you would like to go first?
I don't care.
You're a spellcaster. Go first.
Okay.
Blaze on 19. Also Broomstick. And V, you were on
15.
All right. So, Warren, you can see his fingers wiggling in an angry-looking spell.
is it clearly targeted at us, or could he also be maybe shooting?
You
at
don't
the
see anything else
statue?
around, and the statue was requesting that you be obliterated right before he decided to cast the spell.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is insightful fighting on the wizard.
Okay.
So let's see if he can beat my insight these days. He is going to need to do better than a 21 to do that.
And that is a charisma check?
A deception check from him, I think.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's his
So
deception versus my
he's
insight.
+0 on that, so 9.
Okay, good. Yeah. I'm then just going to quick draw my hand crossbow and shoot at him.
Fire at
some
will.
of that. Let's see. I have how many more of these? I have 14 more of these drow poison bolts, so I'll use one of those.
Oh, yeah.
We'll lower that down to 13, and
Mhm.
that is going to be 26 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
Okay. Then from the bolt itself, he takes 8, and then I should get the sneak attack because of the insightful fighting. 5d6.
Mayo. Turn around.
So that's a total of 23.
All right.
And then he needs to, because of the drow poison, make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, or
All right.
he is
Well,
poisoned. And if he fails,
he adds his +1 to that and gets an 18.
okay, so he's fine for the poison.
Yeah. Anything else you got going on? Any movement you'd like to do?
Nope. I'll just stand back here, just quick draw.
All right. Then Blaze, you're up next.
Oh god. I mean, I guess at least we're not like in actual Waterdeep, so it's not like if we completely murder these people that anything bad's gonna happen to us.
Depending on who they
Law-wise.
are.
I mean, we're in Skullport.
V, you know someone who will buy bodies right down the street next to this annoying statue?
I know a meat pie vendor that'll buy some.
Also that.
Wait, can we save one of the bodies just in case if we need to do a transfiguration? Oh, okay.
So Blaze, your turn.
I am just gonna go savage, just guiding bolt right on this wizard. Right there.
Okay. Make the attack.
Oh. Okay, I didn't realize this, but on D&D Beyond, with the rolling on the screen, if you right-click on it, it asks you if you want to roll with advantage, disadvantage, or just regular roll.
Oh, that's neat.
Things I didn't know.
It's kind of a new feature.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you do not do those small because you are Warlock.
Yeah. 39 damage.
Okay.
Fuck.
You just like see like a chunk of like the robe from like half of his chest is just like blasted backwards. And he like even gets pushed back a few feet with that. But that just that thin shred of sanity that was holding him together, that's gone now.
Drumstick, fuck him up.
Hell yeah.
And Drumstick, you're up next. Now, since this guy got pushed back, the shifty looking greasy boy and the guy with the sharpened fire hydrant as a weapon are in front of him.
Yes. Yes. This is perfect. I'm gonna do a. I am going to fucking run up to it and hit it, and I'm going to try and let me see. So I need to make a melee attack, and then I can use my hammering horns, right?
Yeah, you're going after which guy?
What?
Which guy are you going after? If you go past the first two, the fire hydrant fighter and the greasy boy, they're going to get attacks on you if you try to get to the wizard.
Would it be possible to try and pinball one of them into the wizard?
That would require exceptional dice rolling.
Fuck.
But I'm not saying it couldn't happen.
Could I pinball one of them into the other of them, not the wizard, though?
They're kind of side by side.
Oh, then I'll just go in front of I'll go to the greaser and then fucking try and pinball him into the wizard.
Okay.
But I have to first make a melee attack.
Yep.
In order
So
to
you run in. The thunderous clatter of drumstick hooves echo off the cavern.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And then I'm gonna do so I can use any type of melee action or melee attack. Yeah. So that means we're just gonna go first. We're gonna do a radiant hand axe attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right, so that'll crit.
So let's see. So that means 2d6 plus 6. Alright, so that gets me about 14 damage on that one.
Okay. He's got an uncanny dodge, so he'll take half of that.
Alright, cool. And then I'm going to do my hammer and horns.
Okay.
So I'm going to bonus action to attempt to shove that target with your horns. Target must be no longer. Yep. And you have to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, my dice are good for me tonight. He's got an 18.
Fuck, that's one more than it. God damn it, fuck you. You know what? No, fuck it. I can't use another bonus action if I take an action surge, can I?
You could action surge to get 2 more attacks, or maybe 3 at your level. No, it's next level you get the 3rd attack.
Okay. Oh, well, technically I do get extra attack as an other.
Yeah, you should have 1 more attack right now, because you've used one of your standard attacks plus your bonus attack.
Fuck you. Let's see. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do, what is that? You hit with a melee whip, you can expel damage to another creature. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, I'm gonna do a sweeping attack or I'm gonna hit him, and I'm gonna try and do a sweeping attack, so.
Okay.
Let's go for it. Let's hit it.
Let's hit this fucker.
That's 18.
That will hit.
Excellent. So we're gonna do, what does sweeping attack do? Let me see. One superior.
It'll do damage to the guy next to him.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're gonna do that. And, that will do. It'll just do the superiority die damage, right? It won't do.
When you hit with a melee attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to deal damage to another creature within 5 feet
So
of
just
the original
okay.
target and within your reach.
So superiority die will only, that damage will only count towards the guy next to me.
Yeah, so you do your normal damage to the guy in front of you, and your superiority die to the guy next to you.
Okay, cool. So let's do the normal damage first. That will be about 10 damage.
Alright, well, he's going to take that.
And superiority die is a d10.
Yep.
Ugh, that's shit. Well, that's 3 damage, so it's something. But I'm gonna go ham. I'm gonna do an action surge where I'm gonna fucking.
Alright, so when you use that sweeping attack and hit that big beefy guy with this massively brutal looking post weapon, he just smiles. Now you can act.
Okay. I still have some movement, don't I?
You do have movement. How much movement would you have? What's your movement right now? You're now you're probably at the end of your 30-foot movement. So if you continue moving, you'd have to use a dash or similar ability to get past where you're at right now.
Okay.
I want that wizard to live for at least 1 attack, okay?
You know what?
Rude.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go ham, and I'm just gonna do the double axe attack.
Okay.
And this time I'm just focusing on the greaser. I'm not even gonna try and go after the big dude.
Alright.
Alright.
Double axe attack. Classic for a reason.
Yep. First one is another crit.
Okay.
Fuck.
I know. So we're gonna do and I can't see that. God, that's shit. That is going to be about 9 damage. If D&D Beyond would like to roll the die in the middle of the table instead of smacking against the bottom right-hand corner of the window, that'd be great.
Yeah, blame
I mean,
the
it
enemy.
tells you the total.
Yeah, I know. No, it just keeps throwing the die at the bottom right corner, and it goes dunk. And it's like, cool. And we're gonna hit him again with the regular hand axe. And can you stop rolling crits? Jesus Christ. It's not gonna work in my favor. I just know it's not. Like. Oh, okay.
That was
Never
just me
mind.
getting dice ready for what's going to happen next.
That is gonna be 14 damage.
Okay. He's going to take that because he really has no choice in the matter. Anything else?
I'm gonna be like, help!
Alright, so your turn ends, and the crazy wizard finally gets to unleash the spell he's been preparing.
Oh, fuck him.
So like this, like lightning just like goes like rolls up and down his body, like from feet to head, back down to his feet, getting stronger, goes up again, and reaches out with both arms, and just lets this like wave of lightning out. And let's see, create a bolt of art. Okay, the bolt of lightning goes directly to Droomstick, and then bounces off him to Blaze, to Warren, and then to V. So all of you are going to get hit by this.
Yay!
I would like you all to make dexterity saving throws as he casts chain lightning on you.
Okay.
Dex
And I'm
saving.
going to add up a whole bunch of big numbers.
I'm going to do a thing.
21.
I'm
Crit.
going to do Indomitable and re-roll that.
Okay.
I got a
So you're gonna,
25.
all right.
That was a 12 that time.
Okay. His save DC is 15.
Okay,
Feck.
so I saved.
V, did you get a saving throw in there?
A crit.
So everybody not named Droomstick succeeded on the saving throw.
Yeah.
Warren, you've got roguey abilities that come into play on the dex
Yeah,
save,
if
correct?
this is a only take half, I instead take nothing.
Okay, so yeah, you dodge out of the way of lightning.
Easy, no problem.
Droomstick, you take 43 lightning damage.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
And then Blaze and V, you each take 21.
Can I be extremely dramatic here? And can
Yes,
I
you
hellish
can.
rebuke?
As soon as you start to speak, I knew it was going to happen.
It's a Dex 17 save.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, he dodges out of that. So he's going to take half.
Let me.
He's a prissy little bitch.
Well, that's still 6d10 plus
Mhm.
5.
Mhm.
So he takes half of 47.
Okay, so half of 47 is 23. All right. Just like a moment ago when your Eldritch Blast was going at the statue in slow motion, from the crazy wizard's eyes, he sees that bolt incoming in that same slow motion. And he just has the time to say the words, "This is how I wanted it to end." And it just hits him square in the chest, and he just gets blown to pieces out the backside of his encounter.
Okay.
Um,
I'm happy I could help him go in the way he wanted to go.
you helped him realize his life dream.
The greasy boy and the gladiator just kind of look at each other and shrug and go back to fighting.
Oh,
Awkward.
you can't even have like the littlest bit of remorse for him? I mean, I guess he did die
No.
how he wanted to die.
V, you're up.
Jesus.
Fuck, okay.
Who's the closest one to me?
You've got the gladiator and the greasy boy.
Which one's more dangerous?
The gladiator. He has full health.
Alright, I'm
Almost.
gonna try to zap him with the wand of Viscid Globs.
Okay.
Any chance I can pinpoint that on his breathing hole?
No.
Damn. Oh, what do I have to do? Make a ranged attack roll with a bonus equal to my spell casting modifier. What does that mean?
Where'd your character sheet go?
Oh, plus 5?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's give it a shot. 19 plus 5?
24.
24. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so then he is basically stuck. So some black gross stuff goes out, dries on him, and he's just restrained for an hour.
All right, and
That sucks.
No other magical process can remove it. Really? There's no way to break out of that?
Really, really. Not unless he has alcohol that his friend happens to be holding.
No,
Okay.
it's nothing but
Um,
spit.
So yeah, he's all globbed up. Let me see if I can track down real quick. No, that's not going to find it quickly. All right, so
And I have literally no bonus actions apparently, so that's it.
Misty Step's a bonus action.
It's not listed as one.
Let's see. He's going to attack next. Well,
So
this
now
guy's
it's
standing right.
1-on-4.
So yeah, this guy's seen the odds drastically change in his against him in the last few minutes, and he's been hit several times. So he's going to use his cunning action to disengage and
Opportunity
run.
attacks? No?
No, well, disengage is going to prevent the opportunity attacks.
Ah, gotcha.
But yeah, he's going to get the flock out of there.
Anyone have a
and-
ranged attack? Shoot him in the back?
I mean, if he's running away, what's the point? Let him go.
It's the
Yeah.
principle of the thing.
So yeah, he's going to run, and he's going to get 30 feet, 60 feet away. Now that other guy, he can't run, and I'm going to give him
No, he
disadvantage on this attack roll because he's all gooped up. But Broomstick is right there. So he's going to Broomstick. What's your AC?
16.
All right. All right. So he takes that big metally posty spike thing and just like double hands it and like up over his head and brings it down on top of your shoulder. It's like a 40 pounds chunk of metal with a point on the end coming down on top of you.
Can I stop getting my shoulder fucking impaled by his bullshit?
So you're going to take 18 from that attack.
God, my shoulder, it just doesn't exist anymore.
And give me a strength check. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Oh, this should be fun. That would be a 14.
Okay, so he's going to knock you down like on your ass with that.
Oh, fuck you. Get off my... I mean... whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then it's going to go to Warren's turn.
I'm to put the crossbow away. I'm not worried about the guy who's running. Get out the rapier. Just sort of circle around the guy who's restrained and pretty much annoy him in the back with that.
I think you have advantage, no?
With
Yeah, for like a bunch of different reasons.
Okay, yeah. I was going to ask whether or not Drumstick being prone still gives me a sneak attack, but I think advantage gives it to me anyways, so I don't know.
Yeah, you've got it for that reason too.
Okay. So I'll try that handy advantage feature. And I rolled a double 18.
All right.
So the total's 26.
Yeah, that's absolutely going to hit.
Okay. Then that's going to be 7 for the normal damage. They've added all this stuff. There's still no way for me to actually roll my sneak attack besides manually. So
I'm sure they're
Yeah.
working on it.
Yeah.
okay. So 7 plus whatever. Oh, that's a lot of ones. 17 total. I got a 10 for the sneak attack.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be poking him in the back while he's restrained, being like, "So, was this how you wanted to die too?"
And he just kind of like looks over. He's like, you know, sir, this is really not how I expected my day to go.
Valid. I don't think this is how any of us expected today to go.
I like how we're all fighting. We're like, valid. You're valid. As we're fucking murdering each other.
Yeah. You
I
could
mean,
just
we
you
don't
could
have
just
to
put the
kill
thing
him.
down.
We
Sure
can just
we
let
do.
you go if you're gonna turn around and
Mm.
go with your other buddy there.
I would like to put this down, but it's very heavy and glued to my hands.
Well, then you could stop hitting Droomstick with it.
Yeah. We'll let you go if you're gonna turn around and go away.
He really can't. He's stuck.
We
Yeah,
can
well,
unstick him.
No, we can leave him there until the hour has passed, and then he can leave.
Yeah, we can choose to not kill this man.
Fine, but he's
I
still
say
stuck
as
here
I
for
obliterated
an
the wizard, but
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna roll away. I'm on the ground. Might as well roll.
There it is. That's a bad sketch of it. I've been trying to find an image of this weapon because it's an oddball. But it is, and I apologize for someone else's artwork that didn't even come up in the preview. It doesn't matter. So yeah, you're just gonna leave him there?
Yeah.
All right.
He can
Um,
stand there in shame for an hour at the very least if we're not going to kill him or
so
demand to have all his money.
you walk away from this, and you know there's blasted wizard all over the wall to one side. You can, you know, the greasy guy has sped off into the darkness and has run off completely, and this surprisingly articulate fellow with the large weapon called a gouge is glued to the street. And the last thing you hear from the scene is the statue screaming at him. He's like, "You're even worse than Blaze!
Oh my god.
You are such a disappointment to me and your parents!"
Jesus.
I'm gonna call back. Hey, if you get out of that later, you know, we can get a drink together. It's no problem. You'll be fine.
Thanks, man.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm going to whisper to him as we walk away, I would have killed you, but I have new friends now. And give him a meaningful look.
Wow.
So what did we learn?
Plant more
Look
beans.
meaner! Jesus Christ.
Plant more beans is what
No.
we learned.
We should not plant more beans.
Maybe we'll plant them,
well-
like, not underground next, like, maybe, like, you know, in a sunny spot next time. Like, not in a
Not in a
graveyard.
zombie corpse yard. Yeah, that would be good. Mhm.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
It
next
didn't
to a
help. I'm pretty certain.
flower, you know?
Well, hopefully the statue will go away. Or shut up.
So, V, you could just gonna give them like a bit more of a tour of the local neighborhood, different shops and things like that.
Yeah. I would just avoid that section until we know the statue's gone.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find something. Where do we go here? What type of business would you find most distracting at this moment?
A joke shop.
Okay.
You know, like
Okay.
Harry Potter.
So you find one of your favorites. It's a joke shop. They sell novelties and just like weird things, like random plushies and all sorts of stuff. And Vielle, it's like V. I know that you're almost certainly giving a very enthusiastic description of everything that's in there to them, so they can see your favorites and know more about you. But Warren, you see a guy over in one of the corners, like as you're like walking into the building, he's standing not far away outside. And he's just kind of giving you one of those, hey, come over here. Now he's just a scrawny little human. He doesn't look like he's thin, possibly to the point of being malnourished. And
He's got that
gives your
Matthew.
he's not giving you any kind of threat vibes.
He's
Okay,
trying to sell you meth.
I'm just gonna walk over to him. I'm gonna take Vile's advice and try to look really mean and angry right now.
Okay,
Best
let's
I
start
can.
let's start with an intimidation roll.
Okay, I'm kind of hoping I fail this one. Let's
That's so
see.
exciting.
I got a +0. That's a natural 1.
That's awesome. You did such a bad job.
So you're not trying to puff the chest out and walk with a little bit of swagger and a strut, and you adjust your sword on your belt just a little bit to make sure it's easier to draw, and then you trip and stumble forward just a little bit and completely blow the image you're going for.
I pretend I didn't see.
No, none of you guys saw. Warren just kind of slipped off to the side while you were holding up some type of multi-piece ceramic bee sculpture. Yeah, the guy behind the counter is already thinking sale. So, hey, I didn't expect to see anyone from the surface down here. Are you who I think you are?
Probably just taking a vacation. Who do you think I am?
Warren Woodbrook. The Warren Woodbrook.
Well, I don't mean to brag. I did.
You don't need to. I've heard it all already. I'm a fan.
I'm not surprised. I just gave the first of my biographies to Candlekeep. They accepted it with honor.
Jesus
Oh my god.
Christ.
I would like a copy of that.
Oh my god.
If I get one, you know what? Next time I go back to Candlekeep, I'm gonna get a copy, and it's got your name on it.
You didn't keep a copy of it?
What are you doing? What are you doing in Skullport?
Working out.
We were planting some beans. We're just on vacation. It's not a big deal, just hanging out.
You must be on a mission for the HARPERS.
Yeah, okay, just we don't need to talk about it out loud,
And he just nods, and then he pulls his rag aside, and you see this tarnished little pin of a harp.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, are you familiar with the harpers?
I am. I don't. Would Warren be? I don't think it's.
Warren's pretty well informed about big movers and shakers. So yeah, he almost certainly knows who the harpers are.
Okay.
It's if you're here on a mission, me and my entire cell are at your disposal.
Okay. To be honest, you're not what I expected, but then I guess that makes a good cover, right? Yeah. Good job. You're fitting in well.
Are you here to overthrow the Xanathar Guild? Or the Zentarum? Or both? Tell me it's both.
I am certainly looking to overthrow local Zentarum leaders, yes. Starting with,
there are no local Zentarum leaders. They really got their ass kicked when the Xanathar Guild rolled in.
Well, there's the big one upstairs that we're going to work on. That's not what we're working on. We're going to do that later when we go back up. But you know what? You don't need to worry about that. That's fine.
Operational security. I understand, sir.
But the Xanathar, yeah. Any information you have would be relevant, let's say.
All right. First off, and most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, you're fucking insane.
Yeah, we've noticed.
They have boar races in the streets. I don't even know where they get the boars.
I suppose they teleport them in. That's how we got here.
What can I do to help? I want to be a part of the action.
Okay. first of all, I'm kind of wondering, how does the economics work around here? How does the joke shop work in the city run by the Xanathar?
Gold is gold.
Okay, I guess, yeah. I suppose maybe this place isn't worth robbing.
They almost certainly pay protection. Everybody's paying protection.
Right. Who do they pay protection to? Is there a guy?
Well, there's a couple of gnolls, and there's a really crazy wizard. The Xanathar guys are everywhere.
Right.
There's no crazy wizard anymore.
Yeah. They got half of those left still. Okay. You and your cell, you're the experts here. We just got here. If one
Yeah.
were trying to destabilize the operation, what are the weak points?
Hey, now, I've been researching the Xanathar Guild non-stop for the last year. And one thing I'm certain of, the Xanathar has no weaknesses. None.
Okay.
None whatsoever. But he has one treasured possession above all others. Silgar.
The fish.
The fish.
Okay. I happen to be friends is a little bit strong, but I'm acquaintances with Silgar. Do you know where
That's right.
the fish is?
Oh.
He has... It's somewhere deep in the Xanathar's lair. When he's in Skullport, he usually stays over on the island, and he points off towards the harbor area where there's a like a large citadel floating, not floating, but on an island out in the harbor. You can't see any kind of like dock or anything like that. You can assume there's some way a ship can get in there, but it is a secure military style fortress. He's also his guild hall up in the Waterdeep sewers.
Mhm.
Just as bad, really well defended. Have you ever run into like the Beholder zombies? He's got a bunch of those.
Right, yeah, okay. We do know.
No, don't. Please, do not. We'll never
Point us
speak
right
of
at those and we'll be fine.
No. Never talk about them ever fucking again. I swear to God.
I mean, we're at a loss on how to beat these guys because they're insane. You can't reason with them. You can't logic with them. Sometimes their brains pop out and attack you too. So that's a thing we've been worrying about.
Yeah, we experienced that.
Drumstick, you're in the shop.
Oh, sorry. Wow, look at these beautiful wares.
He's
I
so
literally
enthusiastic.
don't listen. That way, I can't possibly. You know, I'm on
Method
Twitter.
ignoring.
You do your thing.
Okay, so they've got multiple headquarters. And the big guy in charge has a fish that he loves more than anything.
Yay.
Does the fish go with him?
Oh yeah, he never lets that fish go too far out of his sight.
Jess, that
He doesn't
was
trust
beautiful.
anybody with the fish, except the crazy dwarf with the mushrooms growing out of his head.
Okay. So when they go somewhere, the fish goes somewhere.
Yeah. As far as we can tell, teleporting fishbowl.
It's a little bit hard to exploit. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to think about this. If you're saying there's no weaknesses to the military fort, I don't know. We'll have to look into it, I guess, because
Give me an insight check.
That's going to be a 22.
All right. If competence and enthusiasm was on a sliding scale, he would be set at 0% competence and 100% enthusiasm.
Right. Okay. I want you guys to lay low.
That's what we do best.
Yes, good. Just keep an eye on let's say the movements of the Xanathar troops in and out of this island. Just let me know, when they come, when they go.
I have eyes everywhere in Skullport. You do not need to roll insight to know that is a vast exaggeration.
And I guess if I need to talk to you again, where would be a good place to meet? Are you usually hanging around the joke shop here, or where can we find you?
I come by here often. If you put if you throw a yellow cloth on the ground, I'll know that you need to meet me.
Great, sounds good. I'll keep a supply of yellow cloths.
They call that a dead drop. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for letting me in on the industry term there. That's good.
Spycraft.
Okay, then yeah, just keep an eye on their movements for me, and I'll let you know what we need.
Will do, sir. I won't let you down. And he tries to melt back into the shadows, but there's a light shining on him the entire time, and then he just stops, looks around, and is pretty sure that you can't see him here. You're looking right at him, and then he just walks off in a different direction.
He's doing good work. I'll go back to the shop, see what everyone else is up to. So, what kind of joke stuff are we coming home with?
V, what have you put in your shopping cart during the conversation here?
Huh?
What have you put in your shopping cart?
I guess that statue and some poppers.
It's like a nesting doll, like a Russian nesting doll, but bees.
I definitely need to add that to the collection.
Oh God.
Can I get one custom made to look just like my bee?
You would have to contact a artisan directly for that.
All right, I guess I'll just get that one.
Okay. And when that purchase is made, I think we're gonna call it a night at the end of that one.
Okay.
So welcome to Skullport. It's a crazy place.
Yay!
Why do I get the feeling that this entire store is just funded by Viel? Like the shopkeeper is just yeah, bring it all.
Oh my God.
Of course it is.
There may or may not be an ad in my art.
So yeah, we're gonna call it a night there. You can track me down at Evil Sales S on Twitter. I'm there constantly, desperately seeking anything to distract me from the nightmare that is retail. Wear a mask. Just wear the mask.
And cover your damn nose too.
Yes. If wrong, right. Wrong, right. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it with that. Wear your mask. That's all I got for you right now. Nick, you do your thing.
Yes, Blue or 94 YT is my Twitter. You can also find me on the Carpe Nerdus page as well. Agreed. Wear your fucking masks. If furries can have sex in fursuits, then you can wear a mask going to the grocery store. That's just what I'm gonna leave it at. So, Jess, hey, let's go to you.
Hi. I almost did the thing again. You can find me at Sweet Ninetails on Twitter and Instagram. I don't got jack shit to say, yo. I don't. I was trying to think of something. What do I have to say? What advice do I have to put into this world? And nothing.
Yeah, once you've covered wear a mask, there's not much left.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we technically can't kick people out of my job for not wearing a mask, so
Yeah,
that's
I
okay.
can.
Yeah, we're a pharmacy, so we're not allowed to.
Yeah, we offer curbside, so they can. We have an ADA approved alternative to them being in the damn building.
Ha!
Well, I'm gonna pass it off to Rosie.
So, Cinder Wizard, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm pretty boring. That's all I got.
Yeah, you are. I'm just kidding.
Oliver, have you gone yet?
No, I usually go last because I have nothing to offer. I have no social media presence. So instead, I will plug our Discord because I am there. There is discussion that happens there. Anyone is
Mhm.
welcome to pop in and have some of that discussion as well.
Show us your memes.
There's been a few memes this week. Quite a bit of discussion about Marvel Strike Force. Animal Crossing stuff happens there fairly frequently. Sometimes Nick blurts out random animal sounds.
It's my talent.
It's a fun place.
Alrighty.
So
Well,
on that note,
note,
shut it down.
goodbye, everyone. Have a great and wonderful evening.
Have a good one.
Wear a fucking mask or I'll come break your shins.